And quite interesting standings because Pedro Tractor is out there with 165 points, but his lead is a little illusionary there because there he is, but right behind him, Michael Pichon, the exciting 17-year-old young French rider, is astonishing everybody with his maturity and tenacity. Huge crowds turning out here as we move off with Heat 1 of Round 5 of the World Championship. And let's see who gets the whole shot here. Very, very important on this circuit. And that looks like Jacob Barth, who's gone through there. Barth, who's been going quite well in training, and Fink of Austria has crashed. But look at this, Jacob Barth is now being completely overrun by the back of the field there. That's Van der Berg on his Honda, number 9. Then Bart, then Dave Strybos, then championship leader Pedro Tractor, then Michael Pichon, then Vernon, Husqvarna, and Carlson, who's also been showing a bit of good form here. Dave Strybos out in front, only just taken the plaster off his injured leg, and he's put in some, whoa, and as I said, he goes straight over the handlebars, and that allows John Van der Berg to scream into the lead. Now, he's back on his bike, but he's lost a couple of places. In fact, he's lost a lot more than that. He's down in about 10th place now, Strybos. So Van der Berg streaming away. And I said there were big crowds here. They've had to close the gates here at Berchem. They've got 15,000 spectators obviously cheering on their lowland riders. The big favourites here, of course, the Dutch and the Belgian riders. And Remy Van Race has moved up into second position now. Now, appalling starts for Yves de Maria. Back down in 15th. Alessio Chiodi, been going quite well in practice. Back down in 11th. Bartolini, way down. And Peter Berra, also a long way down. Way 22nd or something after the first lap. So let's look at the front run action now. There's Pichon being overtaken by Strybos, who is working his way back up through the field at an incredible rate. As I said, he's taken the plaster off his leg and he's on painkillers, and we hope that he can just stand the pace here, because if he performs well at this event, it means Pedro Tractor has also got him to worry about as far as championship standings are concerned there. Carlson, number 5, about to be overhauled. So Pedro Tractor in the lead now. It's very, very treacherous circuit, this, if you look at it. It looks sandy, but you'll see that some of these ruts just chuck the bikes around and they're quite hard underneath the surface. So although the long, sweeping corners the guys can handle like normal sand courses, some of the ruts are really chucking the bikes around as Tractor takes the checkered flag for a win. And Remy Van Race in second position.
Well, try it.
And we ask him how he's feeling. He's absolutely furious because on lap 11 he made a mistake and let Tractor through. Apart from that, he says it was good, but you can see he's very angry with himself. So look at that, a clean sweep for the Netherlands, as the pundits would have it, of course, on this sort of circuit. Heat 2 of round 5 of the World Championships, and we're going to be looking for the fast man through the turn. We haven't had any big pile-ups yet, but I think that's Jacob Barth again. 73 has got the whole shot, takes the wide line, though. And, well, as I say, pal, Tony Marshall's gone down. The British Kawasaki rider, he's pinned under his machine. Fairly slow sort of crash that, but Jacob Barth, 2 whole shots in a row, but he's starting to be overhauled. You can see quite clearly there that Dave Strybos is gaining on him, as is Van der Berg. Remy Van Ries again. Pedro Tractor, number 3, you can see there. And Rudi Verstag, the Suzuki rider, as he goes through. Strybos showing tremendous form here at Berchem. Despite his foot injury, he's coming back with a vengeance. Bad starts again from Yves de Maria, way back down in about 17th. Chiodi again, just in front of him. Carlson, who'd been showing good promise, He goes through. John van der Berg is into second place now. Carlsen, who'd been showing promise, had a bad start, as did the young German Peter Berger, who's down in 10th. De Maria in the first moto plowed his way back up the field with some tremendous riding. Maybe we'll see a bit of that here, but let's look. You can see those ruts. Look, there are two definite lines through there. And if you take the wrong line, it's just going to chuck you straight off your bike. And every inch of this 1,804-meter long circuit is crammed, packed with the Dutch and Belgian crowd come to cheer on their stars, who they know will do well here. Strijbos, of course, the 1986 world champion, out there in 1993, showing some of these youngsters how to do it. But look, Pedro Tractor is now starting to close. Tractor not very happy on this sort of circuit, just in front of John van der Berg. Those three having a bit of a hammer and tongs battle, leaving the rest of the field a long way behind. There's Pete Beera starting to work his way up through the field now. And on lap 4, Pedro Tractor takes the lead. Strijbos is now back down in 3rd position. It really is sort of back and forth stuff here, with John van der Berg in 2nd position. But Tractor just skimming over the top of the whoop sections there, and you can see van der Berg was getting much more into them. And that's the experienced eye just timing the throttle properly. And you can see Tractor looking over his shoulder just to check how far in the lead he is. Well, he's way out in the lead, and he's going to take the checkered flag in front of Dave Strijbos. But the brilliant ride of this event has come from Carlsen, who's worked his way right up from 13th through the field. And Pit Beera ended up in 4th position, as you can see there. Michael Pichon just a little off the pace. The 3rd and final moto of round 5 of the World Championships. 2 wins for Tractor in the bag already. And let's see who gets the whole shot. Well, that looks like Remy van Ries out in front there. Huge cheers going up from the crowd as the riders stream past them. And look, Remy van Ries is in the lead. A good start by Strijbos. A brilliant start by Pichon too. It's Honda, Honda, Honda further down the field there. And Jacob Barth, number 73, is in the running yet again. And Karisov on Suzuki. Tractor is way down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 position at the moment. Bad starts once again by Chiodi. But look at Strijbos fighting with that machine, overtaking Jacob Barth. And you can see Tractor's going to take him round on the outside where he doesn't quite. Barth just closes the door on him, but Tractor's going to bide his time and try and work his way through that field to try and post maybe a 111 card today. But look at this. What form Strijbos has found here in Holland. But it's Kawasaki out in front, and Remy van Ries putting in a fantastic 3rd heat here. Strijbos 2nd, Tractor 3rd, Pichon 4th, and Leon Gisbert is in 5th place. We haven't seen much of him today. But look at this, the man who made a lot of the front running earlier is now being carried off the circuit on a stretcher, and that is Jacob Barth, and we hope that he's not too badly injured. He's obviously in a lot of pain there, but we'll bring you more news about that later on. Here's the man feeling no pain at all. Out in front, Remy van Ries on Kawasaki. Just splitting up some of this Honda and Suzuki dominance we've seen so far this season. And he takes the checkered flag ahead of Pedro Tractor. And Pichon in 3rd position, Yves de Maria with a good 4th place. So there's confirmation of the results of Heat 3. Some brilliant riding by John van der Berg, who gave the crowd a real treat, working his way from 18th up to 8th position. And they're still doing that in 125cc Grand Prix motocross, and that's what makes it exciting. But what a day for Pedro Tractor. Up there with the overall and increasing his lead, because Dave Strijbos... Well, a clear blue sky and a perfectly prepared circuit for round 6 of the 125cc Motocross World Championships. After round 5, Tractor is almost airborne in the lead. Remy van Ries and Dave Strijbos are quite a long way behind, and neck, as you can see. Now then, quite a lot of eyes on Strybos number 2 because of his comeback from injury.
Ja, ik heb na Bergen had mijn voet heel veel geleden, dus ik heb afgelopen 2 weken.
He's telling us he took a couple of weeks off.
En nu gaat het een heel stuk beter.
I took the plaster off before Holland.
Iets meer erop steun.
It does hurt. I'm not taking painkilling injections or anything for it, he says, but every day it gets better. I can put more weight on it. I have to be very careful taking right-handed corners because that's where if I put my foot down, I can easily jar it, and I don't want to do that because the bones are mending quite nicely now. But I am taking like tranquilizers, which makes it a bit easier for me. Big crowds estimated at about 11 to 12,000. Yves de Maria, what an up-and-down season he's had. He's coming back on form. This young man, fellow countryman Michael Pichon, supercrosser extraordinaire, 17 years of age and challenging some of the big boys like Strybos, who we spoke to earlier, Remy Van Ries, and Pedro Trachter, of course, making some minute adjustments. It's really hot and dusty as we start Heat 1 of round 6 of the World Championships, and looking for the man who's going to make the whole shot here. And look at that, clearly in front is Dave Strybos, a brilliant start. Oh, here's a surprise. Alessio Chiodi's made a good start too, and the other Italian, Bartolini. That is Nathan Shelton, the British UK Honda rider, who's taken a tumble. Now then, Carlson is in a good position as well. There goes Tractor. There goes de Maria. There goes Carlson. There goes Van Rijs. And that is Pichon. Well, Leon Giesbers actually did very well in Holland, but he's out of this first moto. So let's have a look at Strybos. It's a hard course, this. And some of the jumps you have to get absolutely right, but look, someone's getting it right there. The young German rider, Pete Berra, was about 5th after time practice. Bartolini, I said, got a good start, and he's managing to hang on to 3rd place. But Pete Berra in the all lime yellow racing strip is in the strongest position he's been in for a long time. Strybos is in orbit, look. He's so far ahead of the rest of the field at the moment. So Yves de Maria, number 4. When he rides on form, he looks just tremendous. Now then, there's a battle between Tractor and Van der Berg. Van der Berg is challenging hard. I think he's going to take the championship leader. And he goes through. That's a nice move by John Van der Berg. Into 4th position and accelerating away. Just skimming over these chalky, hard bumps and up the hill. A lovely setting, this, I'm sure you'll agree. Dave Strybos in the lead would agree with this. And de Maria on full song. Big gaps between the leaders. And de Maria likes this sort of loosey surface, the big sand circuits he's not too happy of. Well, those are the front runners you've just seen go through. Tractor down there being challenged by Pichon. What a great couple of outings the young Frenchman has had. 12 there is the first Kawasaki we've got in sight, really, Remy Van Rijs. It's all Hondas and Suzukis this season. It could do with a bit of a shake-up on the top there, manufacturers-wise, really. Jan van der Berg going through. And Tractor now back in 6th, and he's, I don't know, he's ripping off a pull-off or just shaking his fist at somebody. I don't really know what happened there, but the win goes to Dave Strybos. A brilliant and brave ride by Strybos, with de Maria finding 2nd place. And look at the hooters going off for Peter Berra with an excellent 3rd position for the young German. So John Van der Berg managing 4th, Michael Pichon on 5th. Of course, a lot of the races from now on are going to be on these grasslandy sort of circuits as we move off with Heat 2, looking for our whole shot king again. And it looks like Strybos side by side. It's Strybos, then Pichon, Pete Berra on the inside. As they funnel through, a few of them pick up that tree on the right-hand side. And Pichon is just riding brilliantly. So Strybos is chasing him as hard as he can now. Oh no, Strybus is down, and they all go past him. Look at them, there's Carlsen gone through, Kuchar's gone through, Van der Berg's gone through, Pete Bera's up there as well. So Strybus has taken a tumble. He's back on his bike again now, but he's got an awful lot of work to do. Ooh, and there was a stumble from the young Frenchman, but he just managed to hang on to it and didn't go over the handlebars. And I've never seen such close racing for second, third and fourth. The 125cc action really is competitive this season. There goes Pichon. Strybus now pulled his way up into second place. Third place, John van der Berg. There goes Pete Bera. And you can see them streaming down the hill, and they are racing really, really fast, much faster than the first moto here. Oh, and he's even closing up now. Dave Strybus is starting to reel in, more than reel in. He's rocketing up towards Pichon, taking totally different lines, different jumps. Interesting to see how the two riders' styles differ so completely. Van der Berg just keeping up Peter Bera at the moment, but the young German having a great outing. Where is Pedro Tractor? Last year here in Czechoslovakia. Oh, I thought Strybus was going to get him that time. It's very, very close. So as they go uphill to the left-hander, Strybus has surely got to go through. He goes wide, takes Pichon wide and moves into the lead. A perfect motocross maneuver there, but as I said, where is Tractor? Last year, it was right here in Czechoslovakia where Tractor blew his championship chances, and it looks as if he's going to do it again today. He's nowhere really to be seen as Yves de Maria starts to move around into the top five. But Dave Strybus, one lap to go, out in front. Peter Bera has now moved into second place. Lots of German fans here cheering on Bera. And there is Pichon, running in third place and pretty much set up with a place on the podium, I would have thought. Yves de Maria is fifth at this stage. John van der Berg is fourth. And the checkered flag goes out for Dave Strybus, who lost all of those places earlier on, has still managed to come back. The hooter sound for Pete Bera, and then the extraordinary young French talent, Mikhail Pichon, gets third position. 1987 world champion John van der Berg is in fourth. Yves de Maria in a good fifth. And so they head off for Heat 3 of round 6 of the World Championship. Who's going to show first? You can't believe it, can you? Strybus, Bartolini, Pichon. And a bit of a pile-up in front of us, but yeah, it's a local guy, Barbarowski, but he's okay. And the front runners stream away up the hill with Dave Strybus in the lead. What an incredible weekend this has been for Strybus. Back on form with Pete Bera in there. There's Tractor. And the Italians showing a bit of form in this third heat as well, with Chiodi and Bartolini challenging for those podium positions. But look how far ahead Strybus is. Just coming around the corner at the bottom is Peter Bera. And they are really spread out. That's John van der Berg coming up towards the camera now. Can you believe it that Dave Strybus has just posted the fastest lap of the weekend in excess of 50 kilometers an hour? But look who's flying. Almost perfect conditions. They've been wetting down certainly some of the landing areas here. Pete Bera is going well. Is he making an impression? There is Van der Berg. Tractor in fourth place now. So his disappointing 6th and 9th in the first two motos. He seems to be running much better now. Yves de Maria is surely going to pick up a lot of valuable points. But no, he's not making any impression on Dave Strybus. And in fact, it really is fairly close between second, third and fourth at the moment. Pichon just negotiating very gently that switchback right-hander, because he's got Bartolini right up his exhaust pipe and giving him a very hard time indeed. And it's good to see Bartolini, who's had a couple of appalling starts the last few outings. He popped out of the gate second today. Now then, Strybus is down and Peter Bera moves into the lead. He's inherited the lead. He can't believe his luck. Dave Strybus on lap 7 has had to retire. That means Tractor's up into second. So he's coming back to form in Czechoslovakia. Bartolini in third, as you can see. That's a disaster for Strybos. So there goes Chiodi. So we've got two Italians. Here's the Frenchman, Pichon. Van der Berg. And there's De Maria. In fact, De Maria is starting to close on Bartolini now. But here he comes, taking the checkered flag. The young German does a little wheelie across the line for his first ever overall win in World Championship Motocross. A tremendous race by Peter Berra on Suzuki for Germany, ahead of Pedro Tractor, who just saved himself by the skin of his teeth. So because of Dave Strybos' retirement, that's going to really aid Tractor in the championship standings. But a good Italian result there, eh? And we get a chance to have a chat now with Peter Berra.
Ja, ich bin happy, dass es endlich geklappt hat.
Well, I think you can translate that for yourselves. You said, I'm very happy.
Im dritten Lauf war ich gleich vom Start dabei.
I'm very pleased with my fitness, he says. It really does help on a course like this, and it means I can put pressure on the other guys. He says it's a shame that Dave Strybos bombed out, but there you go. I won, and I'm really pleased. So there he is atop the podium for the first time in his GP life, and alongside him Pedro Tractor and Andrea Bartolini.
Die zag ik langzaam rijden.
Yeah, well, Tractor's saying he saw Strybos just sort of chugging along the side of the course, and he said that's good for me because, as far as I'm concerned, Dave doesn't challenge my points situation too much. He's shot on third in the standings. It's amazing, isn't it?